Rugby up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight I'll be reviewing the match that just finished about 30 seconds ago between England and France. The second match of England's World Cup campaign in the group stage. This match was played at the University of Bolton Stadium, or as I remember it when I was growing up, the Reebok Stadium. England come into this match after that big match against Samoa. Obviously everybody knows the scoreline there, 60 points to 6. And they're up against the French side, which beat Greeks in the first round of the World Cup. With England going into this game, this weren't going to be an easy match, because even though France are ranked lower in terms of world rankings, 11 of the 17 players in the French squad were, well, especially today in this side, were Catalan Dragons players, and Catalan Dragons are a very good side in the Super League. So for England going into this match, they were the heavy favourites, but with France you can't take them lightly. They do have some good players, and in the end this match finished 42 points to 18 in favour of England. However, at half time it were 18 points to 12 in favour of England. England did race out to an 18 points to 0 lead, but France got it back to 18 points to 12 at half time. I thought in the first half England started the match very, very well. I thought that every time that France got the ball, England's line speed and their defence made sure that France couldn't even really get outside their 20 or 30 metre line. They had to resort to kicking the ball as far as they could to try to get it out of the danger zone. And with England, they were just making really easy meters through the forwards. Every time that they were getting to that fifth tackle, they'd made about 60 or 70 metres. And that's how they got the 3 tries, just off constant pressure when they were defending. And in attack, the French players couldn't get back on side quick enough. The play of the balls were too quick, and England were just sort of tearing them apart all over the field. It weren't until the 20th minute that France actually got a set of 6 inside England's half, and it weren't until the 28th minute when they got an attacking set where they scored a try through Arthur Morgue. And it was really off the back of when Eloise Pellissier come on the field. You could tell that France were getting quicker play of the balls. England were struggling to get back on side, or they were trying to hold down the French players. As a result, France got a few 6-agains, and that's how they got their second try. Just off 3 6-agains, they got that one, and Eloise Pellissier himself scored underneath the post. So half time, 18 points to 12. England looked a bit fragile there for about 5 to 10 minutes. France were actually on top for a very brief period there. Second half though, with France, they started the same way it did in the first half. They couldn't really get out of their own end. England, once again, were just rolling through the sets, getting lots of meters, getting lots of quick play of the balls, and through all that, they managed to score a couple of tries. The first one I thought was a no try. I thought it were a forward pass from John Bateman. He run back infield, passed the ball to Elliot Whitehead, but as we all know, the referee cannot rule on forward passes, so that one went ahead. Throughout the second half, the England players were definitely in control of the match. At half time, Sean Wayne had elected to take Sam Tompkins off briefly and put Jack Welsby at fullback, and that seemed to make the attack better, I thought. I thought that throughout the match, most of the England squad had good games. At full time, it was 42 points to 18 in favour of England. I thought that in that second half, France didn't really have many opportunities. One of the only attacking sets that they got towards the England line. Eloise Pellissier, who I thought had a very good game, he threw an intercept pass to Dominic Young and he scored his second try there. He run about 90 metres. Besides that, with the game as a whole, I didn't think that it were England's best performance. It certainly weren't as good as the match against Samoa, but they did what they had to do. It is a bit concerning that France managed to score 18 points, and especially them 2 tries in the first half were quite soft. But I'm pretty sure Sean Wayne will look at all the footage come Monday when they go back into camp, and he'll he'll be looking at what happened there in that 5 or 10 minute period. With England, they go into the third match against Greece as heavy favourites, as they should be, and that match will be played at Bramall Lane in Sheffield. And France are against Samoa, and I think with the way that France played, they could have a chance against Samoa. I thought that in patches there, France were okay, and they really only played as good as what England would let them play. But also coming out of the match as well, Callum Watkins was taken off with a head concussion. I doubt he'll play against Greece. Also, Alensky was penalised for a cannonball tackle. I think he'll be suspended for one match. And Thomas Burgess, I think, will be suspended for one match as well for striking Policia there right towards the end of the match. For England, I thought that their best players today were... I thought Victor Radley had a very good match once again. That third try that we scored was class, how he just sort of just cut through the middle there and then back on the inside. I thought that Ryan Hall had a very good game. He knows that Tommy Makinson's the preferred winger, so he really put in today, did some good carries, got 2 tries. Dominic Young, just besides that brain explosion towards the end of the match, I thought he had a good match. George Williams had a good game. Luke Thompson had a good match. I thought that despite that first half error that led to the try, I thought Herbie Farnworth were good again. With Mark Sneyd, I don't think that he was particularly good. His kicking game wasn't the best. He put through a lot of nothing kicks, which didn't really trouble France at all. I understand that Sean Wayne has to rotate the squad, especially in the group stages, but I think that this might be Mark Sneyd's last match in the World Cup. I think that Joe Batchelor was unfortunate to get picked today. Hopefully he gets to run out against Greece. But I think overall, everyone today for England had a decent game. Nobody had a bad match, but obviously it weren't as good as the performance against Samoa. So we look forward to that match against Greece, against Greece at Bramall Lane there in Sheffield. But overall, I'd probably give England's performance a 7 out of 10 today. The attendance at Bolton today were 23,000, just over 23,000. The ground holds 28,000, so it were nearly full. I know that there was trouble getting into the ground before the match. I think there were traffic problems and all that outside. And I thought it were a good crowd considering Bolton's not really a rugby town either. Bolton's a football town. When I think of Bolton, I think of Bolton Wanderers. I don't think that they've got a rugby league team in any sort of division that I know of. So 2 good attendances to start the World Cup for England. 43,000 in the opener, 23,000 for this one. Hopefully another good crowd at Bramall Lane there. So anyways, everyone, this has been my review of England's group stage match against France. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know who you thought were the best players for England today. And let me know who you thought were the best players for France today. For France, I thought that their best players were Policia, Sangari, and Arsene Morg, I thought had very good matches. So this has been Rugby League History. I'll catch us all later in the next video, which will be coming out shortly. So stay tuned for that one. Howie England, let's go.